Hello, welcome to my channel, Save Infinity. So in this reading, just wanted to do a quick reading for you from the Rose Oracle deck. So if this has found you, then I trust that it is for you. However, as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and use your own discernment. Okay, let's see what messages of guidance come through for you. Angels, archangels, God, Source, Spirit, Mother Gaia. What messages do you have for the collective today? Let's see. Bringing through messages of higher or aligned frequencies of love and light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What messages wish to come through? Nothing wants to jump out yet. All right. Whoa, that was far too many. Let's take them. Okay. What messages wish to come through? That seems to want to come out. All right. That one seems to want to come out, so we'll leave that one. Okay, God, Source, Spirit. Okay, let's go. One or two more. God, Source, Spirit, what messages of guidance wish to come out? Not wanting to pick out as much in this one. Let's see, one or two. Let's get one or two more, please. One or two more. Okay, that'll do, I think. And then the one on the bottom stood out to me as well. So let's take that as well. We'll go with those four. Okay, so we have the Thorn, protection, boundaries, clear communication, the Fertile Void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret beginnings, and Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching, and then healing is happening. You're not broken, trust the process, it's safe to soften. Okay, so this first card, the Thorn, is just, calling out to let you know to have, clearer communication and boundaries at this time, not only with yourself, but those around you as well. And, the importance of having, boundaries as protection for yourself and your own energy, but also as a way of having clear communication with others as well of, how to treat you or what makes you feel happy and comfortable as well, so that they, don't have to guess or upset you along the way of that guessing journey. A really great and important card to come out, to not only have those, clear boundaries with yourself, so yourself, how to treat yourself and treat your own energy and, what you will allow and won't allow. But also, communicating those boundaries lovingly to others as well, so that they know how to treat you as well, to, keep your energy happy and satisfied in a way that they don't accidentally overstep your boundaries by not knowing, so a great little reminder card to come out here as a way to really protect your energy within yourself and from outside energies as well, not in a way of, shutting yourself out or shutting yourself down or closing people out, but just in a way to keep that healthy energetic balance where, everyone's, happy and satisfied. Having that mutual self-respect and respect for others in that way. And then, the next card here, the Fertile Void, kind of signifying that you might be in a bit of a void period at the moment, in that womb of nothingness type magic. where you have been, asked to release the old or close certain chapters in order to allow new chapters to bloom and new energies to foster and grow. Which really, goes along well with that boundaries card there as well. Kind of in a metaphorical sense, allowing the past to die, allowing that old version of you to die, those old past chapters to die, so that the new chapters and new seasons can bloom and grow. And not, worrying too much if, things seem, in that sort of void period, like nothing may be happening, energetically or even in your physical reality, but knowing that, so much is still occurring, kind of like when a seed is, in the darkness of soil. It may seem like, from above the soil that nothing's there and nothing's happening, but there's actually so much occurring that a whole, plant's about to sprout through that soil. So knowing that, all this, energy that you are, working through and, releasing and healing and transmuting and manifesting during this sort of void period is blooming into something, so bold and wonderful for yourself here that you can't quite see yet. So, to take reassurance from that aspect as well. Okay, and then the next card, Sub Rosa, is coming out to, implore you to explore sort of, deeper hidden mysteries, either within yourself and within your own soul, or within, kind of hidden sacred knowledge that you may be able to come across or delve into within your own sort of physical reality. Kind of looking beyond, what your eyes can see and digging a little bit deeper into that wisdom and knowledge of, lost ancient secrets or deep mysteries to be, discovered. Really questioning things and unearthing certain truths that may have been hidden or buried or lost, that, nothing's ever truly hidden or lost forever, as, it's all connected to us somehow and is, all able to be tapped into within. So your soul's kind of signifying that it's ready to learn more and ready to remember more. So, also don't be alarmed if you start getting certain downloads or what have you of certain knowledge and information for you and your path and journey, and not feeling necessarily called that you need to share them all straight away, but to really, work with what that means for you and integrate that for yourself first. And then the last card coming out here, healing is happening. So it's just a wonderful and gentle reminder to let you know, you're not broken, and, change is a natural state of life. Everything is always changing. There's light days, there's dark days, there's light and shadow. We have happy, wonderful, blissful moments in life, and sometimes we have more agony and grief. Even the rose itself grows and blooms and then falls away, and then another bloom comes along later in the season. And so trusting the process of any healing that you may be going through, particularly in this void sort of period, and knowing that there's nothing wrong with you for anything you may be going through or have experienced. That's all part of the human experience. And so as hard as it can be, sometimes embracing all parts of it in that aspect. Sometimes we get to the light through the shadow, and we embrace the shadow within to shine our own light more. And so even, when things might not seem so great, knowing that healing is happening and it's part of your transformation process to really burst out of the soil, as we were saying before, into a new, bold, brand new, exciting, magical chapter. That sometimes, some phases through the, settling your roots through and growing through that dark, deep soil is required to then bloom out into the sunshine. And so that you are, safe to soften into the process, to, not be worried or daunted by it at all, and to allow yourself to, go with the flow and enjoy the moments as much as you can. Find the light and the beauty where you can. And allow your journey to take the weaves and the path that it needs to take at times to get you to where you are going and growing. So a really, really strong message here of transformation, of healing and transforming energetically, of learning new knowledge and tapping within new parts of, ourselves and the world around us. So a really strong and powerful message here of transformation and, going through new chapters here with a healing, process and energy transformation, discovering, new knowledge within yourself or outside of yourself in the world around you. Shedding the old to embrace the new that's going to, come through after that sort of fertile void period, and having boundaries as you need with your energy and with those around you as a way to, really protect and harness your energy in a way that benefits you and your experience and your journey in a loving and nurturing way for yourself and those around you. And to know as well that, going through these sort of transformational periods, as messy or dark or, painful at times as they can seem, to know, there's nothing wrong with you, you're not broken, and that you can trust the process and know that, so much energetic, change and transformation is happening to bring about so much more magic as you, blossom and bloom into the next chapter, coming along with so much more, knowledge and learning and teachings as well that will really catapult you into a new magical chapter that was, before you didn't even, see or realize or know existed. As hard as letting things go sometimes can be, and releasing, the old to allow space for the new, knowing that, all that newness is going to bring so much magical, mystery and excitement for your path as you move forward. So having faith for that and knowing that whilst, sitting in any sort of void periods. All right, well, I'll leave this message here for you now. For sending you so much peace, love, light, and blessings as always. Bye.